Hey kids, can you solve this riddle? I am dark and weightless, but always with you. Everyone has it and no one can lose it. Sometimes I walk in front of you. Sometimes I walk behind you. It is only in the dark that I ever leave you. What am I? Yes, of course. The thing that moves along with you, except for in the dark, is your shadow. Children, welcome to today's English class. Today, let's learn the lesson My Shadow. The lesson My Shadow is a poem written by Robert Louis Stevenson. This lesson is a part of Unit 3 of Marigold English Reader prescribed for Class 5 students. Now, let me share with you some information about the poet Robert Louis Stevenson. Robert Louis Stevenson was born in the year 1850 and he passed away at the young age of 44 in the year 1894. He was a Scottish novelist, essayist, poet, and a travel writer. He is best known for his works Treasure Island and Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now let's begin the poem. Children, this is a very interesting poem and shares the thoughts and ideas that you might have had when you were small. Let's begin then. Stanza 1. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. Stanza 2. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. Stanza 3. One morning, very early, before the sun I was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Now let's go through the poem in detail. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. And what can be the use of him more than I can see? He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, for he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. One morning very early, before the sun I was up. I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Explanation to stanza 1. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. In this stanza, the poet Robert Louis Stevenson talks about a child who is intrigued by his own shadow. His curiosity drives him to notice it closely. He observes how the shadow follows him all day long. Sometimes it is in front of him, and sometimes it is behind him. The child wonders about the very purpose of its existence and is unable to understand the use of his shadow. After much observation, he draws the conclusion that his shadow is just like him from top to bottom. He also notices that his shadow is very eager to sleep. So it jumps into the bed even before him. So here is a child who is fascinated by his own shadow. He finds his shadow interesting, so he keeps observing it, and he finds that the shadow goes in and out with him, and it is always there with him. He also notices how his shadow is exactly like him, from heels up to the head. After much observation, he comes to the conclusion that his shadow is interested in sleeping. That's the reason why it jumps into the bed even before the child can. Moving on to second stanza, the funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. The second stanza gives us an account of the child's observations on his shadow. He keenly notices how his shadow can change its size any time. Sometimes the shadow grows so tall like an India rubber ball that can bounce very high. And the next moment, it can become so tiny that it is hardly noticeable. The child finds this ability of the shadow to grow big and small to be funny or fascinating, and at the same time perplexing. He compares the growth of his shadow with that of proper children. Children, he opines, grow much slower, unlike a shadow. Here we understand how children try to interpret the things around them, and when they cannot explain or justify something, they come out with their own assumptions and explanations. In this stanza, the child is fascinated by the way his shadow can assume different size in no time. His shadow, he observes, has the ability to grow taller, just like an India rubber ball that can shoot up high. At the same time, his shadow can also become so tiny that it is hardly noticeable. Children, here the expression India rubber ball simply refers to a ball that can bounce high. And this expression is used by the poet to talk about the nature of a shadow. A shadow can become taller just like a rubber ball that can bounce high. Now moving on to the third stanza. One morning very early, before the sun, I was up. I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an arrant sleepyhead, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. This stanza provides the explanation given by the child for the disappearance of his shadow early in the morning. Much to his surprise, the child discovers that his shadow does not like to wake up early and follow him as it does during daytime. He further quotes an incident to prove his point. One day, he wakes up early morning, even before the sunrise, and goes out to enjoy the beauty of the buttercups that are laden with dew. He was astonished to find out that his shadow was not there beside him, so he assumes that his shadow, which is downright lazy, was still sleeping in the bed. He feels that the shadow plays tricks with him all the time. The explanation provided by the boy for the disappearance of his shadow early in the morning might sound silly for us because we know how shadows are formed. Shadows are formed when light falls on an object. The child here gets confused because he couldn't find his shadow early in the morning, before the sunrise. So he assumes that the shadow that had jumped into the bed along with him the previous night was still sleeping in the bed. That is the reason why it did not want to follow him. In this stanza, there is a reference to the flower buttercup. A buttercup is a flower that is yellow in color. Here there is a new word, errant, and it means bad. And the word sleepyhead refers to a person who is tired and wants to sleep. Here the expression errant sleepyhead is used to describe the shadow. Now to summarize, in this poem, the poet Robert Louis Stevenson talks about shadows from the point of view of a child. Children are curious by nature and get fascinated by little things around them. The naive explanations that they provide for things that they fail to understand are rather fascinating for the grown-ups. This naivety or innocence is a blessing to kids alone. Children possess the gift of active imagination, which gets slowly overpowered by logical reasoning as they mature. Simplicity and innocence are the blessings of childhood alone. So children, this was the explanation for the poem My Shadow, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. I'm sure that you would have enjoyed this poem because as kids, you must have also got fascinated by your own shadow and come out with explanations or assumptions when you couldn't find your shadow around you, just like the child in the poem. Let's now discuss the new words from this lesson. The first new word here is India rubber ball, and it refers to a ball that can bounce very high. The second new word is buttercup. A buttercup is a yellow flower. The third new word is errant, and it means bad. And the fourth new word is sleepyhead, and it refers to a sleepy or lazy child. The last new phrase is fast asleep, and it means to be in a deep sleep. Next, we have the comprehension questions from the lesson My Shadow. It is included under this section. Let's read. 4 questions are given here. Let's discuss them one by one. The first question given here is, what do you think your shadow looks like? We all know that our shadow is a reflection of us. So it looks exactly like us. So you can write this, children. I think my shadow looks exactly like me. The second question here is, why do you think your shadow jumps into bed before you can? Children, this happens because when you try to get into the bed, your shadow falls first. So it looks as if the shadow has jumped into the bed before you. So you can write, when I go to the bed, my shadow falls on the bed first. So it appears that it jumps into bed before I can. The third question is, what time of the day do you think it is when your shadow is the tallest? Why? Is it in the morning, afternoon, or at night that your shadow is the tallest? Children, it is a very logical question. In the morning, the rays of the sun are slanting. As a result, the shadows formed in the morning will be the tallest. So the answer is, shadows are the tallest in the morning as the rays of the sun are slanting during sunrise. The fourth question is, read the lines from the poem and answer the following. So the lines that are given from the poem, My Shadow, are, he is very, very like me, from the heels up to the head. Now, based on these 2 lines, you will have to answer these 3 questions. The first question is, who does he refer to? Here the word he refers to the child's shadow. So we can say the he referred to here is the shadow. The second question here is, who does me refer to? Here, me refers to the child. So we can write the answer. The me here refers to the child. Now the last question is, why are he and me alike? Here we can say, he and me are alike as they have the same profile. You can also write the answer, he and me are alike because the shadow of the child looks exactly like him. Now the fourth question is, read the lines from the poem and answer the following. 2 lines from the poem, My Shadow, are given here. Let's read these lines. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head. Now, based on these 2 lines, you need to answer the 3 questions that are given here. The first question is, who does he refer to? The answer for this question is, the he here refers to the shadow, which is the child's shadow. The second question is, who does me refer to? Here, me refers to the child. And the last question is, why are he and me alike? He and me are alike as they look exactly like each other. With this, let's conclude this section, children. Thank you for your time, children. Have a great day.